Hey, what's up, guys? It's JJ, the Lonely Bull in Asia here in Bangkok, Thailand. My home. Just going to be, I think, a rainy day today here in Thailand. But welcome to Sunday morning coffee. I got my coffee here. Not bad for instant. I still need to buy a coffee maker so I can actually brew coffee or something along those lines. So let's see. Today's agenda, we're going to talk about a video I just posted in the members section, and talking about the top 9 places to retire or to live in Asia or Southeast Asia, wherever you want to call it. So they're not all Southeast Asian countries, so I kind of made it more broad stroked. But we'll cover those a little bit today. And then whatever else is on your guys' mind, it's always open forum. So Stoic Expat says Sawadee Kap. So Sawadee Kap to you too. Thanks for joining this morning. Appreciate you. I assume audio's good, video's good. I haven't heard any feedback yet, but that's I appreciate that. If something's wrong, to let me know. Don't let me swim here all alone. But let's see, Rigby and Claire. Okay, I'm planning on going to Thailand today, soon, hopefully. Yeah. How many flight delays in the Philippines have you had so far? That seems to be a thing. What happened to live stream last week, late night Saturday? Allergy issues, and it probably had a little bit to do with drinking of the beverages the night before, because in rainy season I have mold allergies, so anytime it's wet and rainy, my allergies tend to flare up a little bit. And then when I drink beer, that kind of multiplies the effect. So I had a couple beers Saturday night, and then the wet season. So I woke up last Sunday morning, just my head was full, and I was sneezing, my nose was running, and I thought, well, rather than suffer through it, I didn't want to expose you guys to the constant sneezing and sniffling and stuff like that. So I took a break, but I feel much better this week, and enjoying life as always. And it really has nothing to do with Thailand. It's me. No matter where I go in life, I have allergy issues. I have chronic allergies, and it's everywhere. It's mold, it's dust. So whether it's warm, whether it's dry or wet, I get affected. So anyway, but I'm back on it today. So thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you all. But yeah, we were talking about. I did a little research, and it was more of a cumulative or a aggregate ranking. I looked at several different rankings, and so I kind of made an aggregate or average ranking of the top 9 countries to live in Southeast Asia. And I use Southeast Asia as a loose term. It's really more Asia, because there's a couple of countries here that aren't considered Southeast Asia. But, most of the countries I've been to are in Southeast Asia, although I have been to Japan on occasion, and I love it there. And that is on the list. So we can kind of run down these and kind of give you an idea. But I encourage you to watch the video when it comes public if you're not a member. If you are a member, appreciate that. If you're not a member, you want to be, you get to see the videos before anybody else. And the video is ugly. I can't do anything about that. This is what you get. Hey, Dave in Florida, good morning to you too. Thanks for coming on board. Yeah. So where was I before I was rudely interrupted by Rigby and Claire? I look at Southeast Asia as kind of the place that I want to live, but there are countries outside of Southeast Asia that are included. Like number 9, for instance, Taiwan. Taiwan came in at number 9, and there's several reasons. One of them is universal health care. They've got very good health care there. They've got a high safety index, and I'll dig into the weeds a little more in this video. So if you want to be a member and watch the video now, it's only 99 cents a month, and you can cancel at any time. Efficient public transit is another reason, and the locals are pretty friendly there in Taiwan. I won't cover all the visa issues because I can't remember them off the top of my head, but there are several options for all these countries as far as long-term visas. But I'm not sure if you're familiar. Go ahead and put in the chat as far as Taiwan visas. I like to watch you suffer. Would have been a great show. I think it would have been annoying. I like that Malaysia, you can own land. Yeah, that's cool. That's very rare too, and I'm kind of curious as to why that the country of Malaysia offers to sell land to foreigners. I would think governments like China or those type of governments would just gobble that up, kind of like they're doing in the U.S. right now. But that's just me thinking too much. But anyway, so Thailand came at number 9, which I don't know. Or not Thailand, Taiwan. Taiwan came in at number 9 in my list. And like I said, it's an aggregate list, so I compiled this from several different sources. I didn't compile it. Google Gemini compiled it for me. Being completely honest with you. I'm thinking of Japan because I like the style and the food. They also pay you to get married and have affordable homes. Wow, I did not know that. The thing I love Japan. It might be a little more affordable now because of the yen is weak to the dollar, to the U.S. dollar. But the housing there was just so small. When I was looking around at apartments, they're just tiny. They're so small. And even though the yen is weak to the U.S. dollar, housing is still expensive there. So nothing's really come down in price that much. So Dirt and Grit says, good morning. Good morning, Dirt and Grit. Thanks for coming on board. Another brown here in Mactan right now. Another brownout. Yeah, I heard Cebu's getting a bunch of scheduled brownouts. It's crazy. That's one of the reasons why I'm not in the Philippines anymore. It was nice to see your list of countries outside of Southeast Asian box. Yeah, cool. Thanks, John. Appreciate it. Thanks for being a member, by the way. So yeah, well, going back to Japan, it's like the apartments were just so small, and they're traditional Japanese. They're not Western style. Like here, like my condo is kind of Western style. It's got the separate bedroom. It's got the bed that's up, higher. In Japan, you're basically sleeping on a mattress on the floor most of the places. And to me, that's just not, I don't like that. So, and just the cost of living is just still really high there. But I love Japan. I love Tokyo. I love Osaka. Those places are awesome. So Taiwan came in number 9. And you can watch this video. If you're a member, you can watch it now. If you're not a member, wait. It will post probably sometime next week. And I did have a question. One of my members commented and questioned why I take the members-only videos and post them to the public at a later date. And he basically said, why let the cheapskates see the stuff we're paying for? And I get his point, but I generally don't put it public until the members get a chance to watch it. And so I look at the views. I only have like 18 members, so it's not like a huge membership. So when it gets, after 3 or 4 days, when I look at the viewership and it's over 18 or 18 plus, then I pretty much think, well, all the members have seen this video already, so I might as well post it to the public. And I get what he says. He's paying some money to watch it as a member. Why should the public watch it? The same thing he's watching. I get that. But it's like, you know, you've already seen it, so why not let everybody else see it? And to be honest, it helps me because once it goes public, then I get the AdSense money, where I really don't get with 18 members. I'm not going to get a lot of money off that. So the money I make here is pretty insignificant, but it helps. I put it back in the channel, so I get a nice microphone like this, and I get a nice webcam like that, and I got a gimbal back here. That's pretty nice when I go. I got a new camera, new phone with a new camera, and I'm really excited about checking that out. I might do that today or tomorrow. I'll go out and do a video. The really neat thing is it's got, if you're doing a video where it's like we are here, the background is out of focus, so that's kind of really neat, and then I'll stand out. Also, I can walk around and show scenery, but I can do a picture-in-picture type thing. So I can do my selfie and what I'm seeing as I'm walking. So I can do that. So you'll see the scenery as I'm walking around, and then my ugly puss will be in the bottom corner there. You'll be able to see that. So I'm excited about some of the things that this new phone can do, and the video and the pictures, amazing. So anyway, so that's why I do this, so I can put the money back in. Anyway, regular guy having a real tough time traveling up toward Luzon. Lots of rain. Yeah, I saw his video came up on my recommendations, and I can't remember the title, but it's like "Just Kill Me Now" or something like that. He's having a rough go in this last few days or weeks in the Philippines. I don't know. I think he's crashing a little bit. Places in China doesn't seem to get as much attention for low cost of living places. Yeah, I mean, I would love to visit Shanghai. Now, I'm sure that's a little higher priced area because it's so modern and just a huge. But every city in China is huge. But I would love to go visit Shanghai. But I did get a comment from a viewer who's Chinese, and he didn't really have a lot of good things to say about China, so about the cities in China. So I guess there's a lot of pollution there. Boarding to Thailand. Woo, woo. Yeah, good job. Safe travels, buddy. I'll see you when you get here. Kiki and Jasmine, he is here. Yeah, I am here. I made it. Keys One says Osaka is the new Bangkok. He's moving. Interesting. He has a lot of stuff here. So if he moves the whole thing over to Osaka, that's a big move for him because he's got his bike, he's got his truck, he's got his drift car, he's got his studio and all his gear. He's got a lot of stuff here. So he's not living the minimalist lifestyle. So I don't know if he's going to move to Osaka, Japan. I don't know if it's going to be full on move. He may keep something here. He makes good money on his YouTube channel. I mean, he's got over 100,000 subscribers. So I think he said one time his income is well over six figures just from his YouTube stuff. So so I don't know. He may keep something here or keep an apartment or keep his apartment here and travel back and forth. I don't know what the long-term visa options are in Japan. I did mention it in my video, but I can't remember what it was. I think it's okay, but I don't think it's ideal. Scotty Boy wants to go to Cowboy with JG and Gio. Where did you hear that? Gio did say he was on one of his streams and he said that Scotty wanted to meet him and me. So I thought that was interesting. I didn't see that, but What I actually meant was the other channels don't do it. They keep membership videos strictly for members. I'm not complaining about paying one. Oh, I know you're not complaining. I get what you mean, but um, there are some videos on there that are members only that will never go public. Um, I think what I do is they've run the course, and then I just put them in the members, like older stuff that maybe you haven't seen before. But yeah, I got to make a buck. But I appreciate you being a member. I really do. Let's see. When you mentioned the Philippines on your list, it was funny to see you begrudgingly mentioned Dumaguete. That must have been some old information because we all know now Dumaguete is a dumpster fire. Yeah. Well, that's my personal opinion. My ranking didn't show up in this ranking. That was that was completely different from mine. So yeah, it did show up as one of the cities, one of the main top regions, Dumaguete. But that's an old. I mean, I think that came out in like maybe 2015 or 2016 when some magazine wrote that Dumaguete was the best place to retire in Southeast Asia. And maybe back in 2015 it was, but not anymore. Not anymore. Shanghai in China is awesome. Yeah, I really want to get to Shanghai. And I got a Chinese friend that lives in China. He used to live in BGC, but now he's back in China. And he told me anytime I want to go, let him know, and he'll take me to Shanghai and show me around. So I'm excited to see that. I've seen videos of Shanghai, and it looks amazing. It looks like minority report cities or the Fifth Element type cities. It looks so futuristic compared to what I grew up living in the U.S. Greetings from Udontani. Yeah, thanks. Same to you, Dr. Zombie. Good morning. The Coconut says, what do you think of Baguio? To be honest, I've never been to Baguio. I've always thought about going, but I just never got around to it. There's one time I was going to go, and then there was a mudslide or a landslide, and it blocked the only highway in and out of Baguio. So I thought, I'm not going to go there if I'm going to get stuck in Baguio. But I've heard it's just like overrun with tourists and foreigners, and it's just the traffic is just outgrowing the infrastructure so tremendously, kind of like like Cebu. But I hear the climate's beautiful. I hear the scenery's beautiful and the mountains there. So yeah, that would be a fun place to go visit. But to be honest, I haven't been there. But I know Rigby has. He had a great time there. He broke his ankle the first day he was there. So I'm sure he has some fond memories of Baguio. I gotta get my hair cut today. I mean, look at this. It looks like a duck's butt. Every time it gets long, it just won't stay down. It just sticks up. I got that cowlick or whatever they call it. So getting my hair cut later. Going to Hong Kong and Macau in a few weeks. Planning for a Bangkok trip in January. Hopefully by then we'll realize my Thailand visa. Oh, awesome. That's great. Oh, by the way, I got an announcement to make a little later. So stick around for that. I better write it down so I don't forget. Make announcement about August 26th. Okay, perfect. I've got a friend, actually my ex-girlfriend. She is taking a job in Hong Kong. So she will be moving there in the middle of September. So I may have a couple of trips to Hong Kong in the future to go visit her. So Duma is awesome for certain lifestyles. Yeah, like the lost soul expat lifestyle. Yeah, that's what I think. There's no transportation there other than the little trikes. There's no sidewalks. There's not even a traffic light there. the traffic is nuts compared to the infrastructure. Uh, there's, I'm sorry, but Dumaguete has no redeeming qualities in my opinion. Now you can get up into Valencia and it's kind of nice up there and stuff, but I've heard Clark in the Philippines is nice. It's getting there. It's becoming like the new BGC. They're really modernizing it. But what's going to happen is once they do that, all the prices are going to get jacked way up. I've ordered a new laptop and phone, secure devices, unhackable apparently. Nice. In China or from China. Been to Hong Kong and Macau also, pretty expensive, but the views from the hill with the funicular trolley is great. That would be fun to. I've seen my very first Filipina girlfriend back in 2015 was an OFW in Hong Kong. I've never been there, but she used to send me pictures and videos of her on her night off in Hong Kong or taking the ferry over to Macau, and it looked pretty amazing, but it looks very hectic, very chaotic there. Funny, Malaysia made. Oh, way to go! Way to steal my thunder. Malaysia made it to number 1 on your list when dating is number 10 on the list. Malaysia might be good for retired couples or monks. Yeah, well, maybe not monks, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think dating was probably low on these lists that I compiled. I think healthcare, safety, public transportation, just the cost of living, things like that were more something they looked at more on these lists than dating. Because if you just went dating, it'd be the Philippines probably would be number 1, hands down. But anyway, so now you know what number 1 is. Thank you, John. Appreciate you. I'm just kidding. I'm in a good mood today. I got a lot of things going on. I got my friends coming in from the Philippines with his Filipina girlfriend. They're moving here. So they're both on a DTV visa, each of them. So they've got 5 years to figure out where they're going to live or if they're going to stay here permanently. So that's cool. What else? Tomorrow I'm meeting Kimmy and John and their family. They're visiting they're visiting Bangkok. They're visiting Thailand, and I'm going to meet them. They're subscribers. Wednesday I'm meeting Brad. He's another subscriber, and then I think the rest of the week is all just either hanging out with friends or doing videos and things like that. So I got a pretty busy first half of the week planned. And then next week on the 26th is the big announcement, and I'll announce that later. How are we doing on likes? Get the thumbs up, guys. Let me know how we're doing on the likes. If you haven't liked, hit the thumbs up yet, please do so. We got 9. Looks like we got 9 likes right now and 32 watching, so that's good. So hit that thumbs up. If we can get to 20 likes, then I'll make that big announcement. How's that sound? A little incentive. In the United States, Sean Ryan has been plugging the devices on his show, 3-month return. Oh, yeah, I did see that. I did see him. He was talking about that. I don't think it was on his show. It was on somebody else's show that he was on. But yeah, it's kind of like what the military uses, like when he was in Special Ops or Navy SEALs, whatever he was in. But they use that, so it's non-traceable. It's almost like a, what do they call those phones? Those throwaway phones that you can buy at Walmart. But yeah, that looks pretty awesome. I might have to look into that. Baguio is nice, but rustic, very province and steep roads. I have friends who like it best. Really specific who would like it. People who hate heat like it best. Yeah. Yeah, I get that. Some people just can't handle the heat. Sorry I jumped in late. I didn't know you were keeping your list secret. I owe you breakfast at O'Shea's. Hey, there you go. There's a silver lining. Hong Kong is nice, but is densely populated. That's what I hear. Um, I don't know if that might be a little too much. Let me see. What's the DTV visa and can anyone get it? DTV is Destination Thai Visa. It's kind of like almost like a digital nomad. So you can work remotely. What it was set up to do is to be able to come to Thailand and stay for 180 days or basically 6 months. And then you can actually extend for another 6 months, and then you have to leave. And basically, what their intent was to leave, go work in another country remotely, and then you can come back to Thailand and do the same thing over again. You can do that for up to 5 years. So it's not a retirement visa. It's really a tourist visa. So you can't. There's a lot of things you cannot do with a DTV. One of them is open a bank account. You're not allowed to do that. So it's not like you're a retired on a retirement visa here. It's more of a digital nomad. You can work remotely while you're here as a tourist, basically, like a long-term tourism visa. Came back from Cambodia for my 6 month DTV break. I was worried after all I heard, but it sailed through DMK, Dam Muang Airport. Got my next 6 month stamp and ready for the rest of the year. There was no problem at DMK. Oh, awesome. So how long were you out of the country? And were you on your first DTV visa stamp? Were you here for just 6 months, or did you extend for another 6 months and then leave? So 2 questions. How long did you stay the first time? And how long were you gone before you came back? So answer me that, William, if you could. I'd appreciate that. Just interesting. I heard that the Filipina P got married in the U.S. Not sure you want to chime in or know anything. Just curious. I'm a fan of hers also. Burner phone is what you were thinking. Yeah, burner phone. I don't know any. I don't watch the P. I used to watch her a little bit before I moved to the Philippines back in 2021, 2022. But I really don't watch her anymore. Her content really doesn't, it doesn't involve me. I mean, it doesn't interest me. But I had heard that she had a boyfriend in the U.S., I think Florida maybe, or Texas. But I'd also heard the rumor that they broke up. So I don't know about any of that. That's just hearsay. So don't quote me on that. I'll deny it to your face. But I didn't hear anything about her getting married, so that's interesting. Hi from Queens, New York. How far ahead is ideal for you to arrange a meetup with a subscriber? Usually, just when you get here, just email me, and the email is down below in the scroll. You can get my email there, and then once you get here, yeah, just give me a heads up when you're going to be here. You know, like the week before, or whatever. And then when you get here, shoot me an email, and then we'll probably exchange WhatsApp numbers. And that way it's a little easier to contact me there, and then we'll figure out a meetup after that. So, yeah, just let me know when you're going to get here. All these places are very lifestyle dependent. If dating is most important, or cost of living, or nicest modern place, or if you have a large or small budget. Yeah, you're absolutely right. This is a good, I like Bangkok because it's a good mix. I mean, it's not, you probably, if you have a budget of 1,000 a month, you're probably not going to be in a good place here in Bangkok. It's probably too expensive for you. But if you have a $2,000 budget or that around there, you can live a pretty decent life here in Bangkok. You can find a nice small apartment or a condo. You can eat local food. You can eat occasionally cheap Western food, but you're not going to splurge. You're not going to go clubbing every night at GOT across the street, or you're not going to be bar finding girls every other night because you're just not going to be able to afford that long term. But you can have a pretty decent life here. I mean, I live on a fairly modest budget. I mean, what I do is I transfer 65,000 baht a month from my U.S. bank account, and that's my budget here in Thailand for the month. Now, this past month I had to transfer a little more because I had things going on, but usually the 65,000 does pretty well for me. It gets me through, and that's about right about $2,000 a month. You know, it pays my rent, pays my utilities, gets me groceries, gets me food, beverage, entertainment like golf, driving range, pickleball, you know, things like that. So it gets me through pretty well, but I live a pretty simplistic, minimalist lifestyle. So if you're a little more extravagant, you might want to add a few $100s to that $2,000 budget. But definitely 1,000 isn't going to work here in Bangkok. I will tell you that. NSA cryptographers developed them. Whether that is a good or bad thing, we'll soon find out. Yeah, you'll have to let me know how that all works out. Did I miss somebody? No, I thought I missed somebody. Okay, let's get caught up here. Make sure you hit the like button, guys. I won't tell Claire you called her my girlfriend. Did I say girlfriend? I'm sorry, wife. They got married. I'm on a DTV, medical soft power. Oh, awesome. Very good. Outside of your own Bangkok neighborhood, what other Bangkok neighborhoods do you hang out? What area of Bangkok do you go to that are more than 3 BTS stops from your neighborhood? Okay, so like I'll go down to Victory Monument, which is about 9 stops on the BTS, and there's a really good blues and jazz bar there called Saxophone Pub. I'll go there. I was just down in RE, which is just past that, a couple of stops, so that's even farther on the dark green BTS line. Hung out there for a day. Let's see. I'm trying to think. I'm in Prampong, Tonglo, Ekamai, Prakanong. So, yeah, Prakanong. I golf down in Bagna area, the golf course down there. So I've gone down there. I've gone up to hung out in the Siam area. I go to Rama 9 quite often. I used to go there every day when I had my Thai classes, Thai language classes. But I go there because there's a really good mall there called Fortune Town Mall in Rama 9 that's it's got vinyl stores, vinyl record stores. Got you can buy turntables and records, and they got guitar shops there, music shops. They got it all, plus tech stuff, you know, cameras and digital stuff. So it's kind of like a cool place to go. So I hang out there. So yeah, I've been out of my comfort zone. I do have a friend that he is a bubble boy. He never gets out of. He lives on one of the neighborhoods up down south a little bit from me, and every time we like, oh, let's do this in this area, and he'll always decline unless it's right in his backyard. And I want to tell him, it's like, dude, you got to get out of your bubble and enjoy what Bangkok has to offer. Now, honestly, I haven't enjoyed all of Bangkok. Bangkok's a huge city, but I don't just stay in Phrom Phong. Now, Phrom Phong is my neighborhood, so I will frequent that more than any other place, but yeah. Did Gio file a cyber libel complaint against Sick Grandpa in the Philippines? Not to my knowledge. He hasn't said anything to me. Why, is there something that Sick Grandpa did recently? I haven't seen him I haven't gotten any of his videos or lives recommended for a long time, so I don't know if he's still doing stuff or what's going on with him. Second year here, but took a lot of breaks that first year. Then spent 4 months at home. Came back this year, stayed the 6 months, and then my first 6 months reset was gone 10 days. Okay, so let me see. So this is your second year on your DTV. Um, you took a lot of breaks. 6 months at home, came back this year, stayed 6 months, and then my first 6 month reset was gone 10 days. Okay, so you're not trying to use it to the limit. I think that's where a lot of people get in trouble when they they do the 6 months and then they extend 6 months, then they leave for a day and then they come right back. I think then they might get questioned. So, oh, thank you, Chillin, for the super chat. I appreciate that. Hey, JJ, appreciate your content. How do you handle the pollution during the burning season? Which months are the worst? January and February are the worst months, and it kind of comes and goes here in Bangkok. It's all up north. It's where they do the burning season. Like Chiang Mai gets really bad, I guess, in January, February, March. But it just depends on which direction the wind's blowing, I guess, because it can get bad down here. And on those weeks when it gets bad, I'll just take a trip down to Hua Hin or Pattaya and just hang out there on the beach for a week or so and then come back here. 2 years ago, I went to Vietnam over that period. So, yeah, there's ways around it. You can get far enough south where it doesn't affect you. So, but thank you so much for the super chat. Appreciate it. Brownouts don't really affect me because I live in a condo and I have Starlink. I just couldn't trust the Philippines internet providers. Need internet to do my job. Exactly. Yeah. I know exactly what you mean. Same way with me. There'll be times when I was, even in BGC, where I'm downloading a video or something or uploading it, and then it'll stop uploading because my Wi-Fi connection was weak. It's like the receiver is right there. How can it be weak? But that's the Philippines for you. So 1,000 cuts, right? A lot of people I know who live in the Philippines have solar and generators. They don't know when there's a brownout. Have to be short time or really poor or don't mind brownouts if you or you have to own the property. Are you going to put up solar panels on something you rent? That would be like burning money. That would be stupid. But there's an initial cost in that. So, yeah, I mean, it's great that you don't have the brownout issues, but there's still a cost involved. Happy Sunday. Take care. Thanks, Dirt and Grit. Happy Sunday to you, too. Cheers. For DTV holders, K-Bank has a tourist prepay Visa card. I use it for tap and pay everywhere, the MRT, and there's an option for the QR too, but I can't get it to work myself. Good option for local pay. Yeah, I mean, that is good. It's almost like having a bank account. It's basically a debit card. It's like a secured credit card. You just put money on it and then use it, and then you just got to up the money every time. But yeah, that sounds good. Awesome news, William. We land today on DTV and don't know all the tricks yet, but I don't know what that is. But like LB, SNK, whatever that is. Speaking of China, do you ever go to Bangkok's Chinatown? There's some good food to be found there. Some of it is getting more revitalized. Yeah, I was there. It's been over a year ago. So I want to go back. Yeah, you're right. There's really good food there. Trump is coming to Ireland next month. The Irish Open is at his golf resort. Oh, cool. Irish Open. I'm thinking about getting YouTube TV this fall so I can watch college football, watch my Huskers and other games. It's expensive, though. If you just get the sports package, which is probably all I would need, it's like $65 a month. So I would probably get it for maybe 4 months through the college football season and then cancel. But I'll get it in time to watch the Irish Open, so that's pretty cool. I haven't found her channel too interesting. You can tell she was in Florida making videos. She didn't disclose it to viewers, but everyone walking around the shore was Caucasian, even the lifeguard. Yeah. Yeah, I knew she was in Florida. I think she went to Texas too, and maybe Tennessee at one time, because I know she was going into some of the places like In and Out Burger and what other where Bucky's. She was going into Bucky's, places that are like Texas and the South Central area. I don't know if there's a Bucky's in Florida or not. I don't think so. The two night markets are more than 3 stops from him. They are opposite vibes, but they are both nice. The two night markets. What did I miss? The two night markets are more than 3 stops. Oh, you're talking about me. The two night market. Oh, that's right. Yeah, sure. So there's the Tonsai night market up on Bering or down on Bering, which is that's about 10 stops. But I went there a week ago, a little over a week ago, and a lot of the stalls were closed. It was a weekday. It was like a Tuesday or Wednesday, so maybe they're just open on weekends. But it looked like there weren't nearly as many stalls open there as there were before. So I didn't have such a great time. So I might have to rethink my favorite place. What's the other night market? Oh, the other night market is Chatuchak. Yeah, I've been there many times, and that's a pretty good travel. I'm just curious if you ran into any Vietnam War vets there. Most of the friends that I hang out with are younger than me, to be honest. And the ones that are older that I know aren't U.S. citizens, or they're not from the U.S. They're Australian and that. So I have not really talked to anybody that's a Vietnam War veteran. That would be my age, basically. Let's see, Rigby and Claire, it's a good option, but they only take foreign money. That's where they make theirs. Also, not every K-Bank can get it, so I go to the K-Bank in Siam Paragon, bring crisp, clean bills. Oh, okay. Oh, to get the card. I got you. Okay. Which is the, what's that called? What'd you say that was? Anyway, yeah, I know what you mean. And so, yeah, I can take you to Siam Paragon, Rigby, and Claire when you guys get here this week, if you need to do that. I had to get YouTube Premium because of all the scammy looking ads. Much better experience watching YouTube now. Yeah, I don't get paid quite as much on for subscribers who have YouTube Premium, but I get a little kickback. So thank you for becoming a. I'm a premium member too because I don't like the ads either. Yes, we have Bucky's now in Florida. Oh, okay, cool. Bucky's is amazing. I've seen people get married in a Bucky's. It's crazy. If you don't know what Bucky's is, look it up. Buckees. I believe that's how they spell it. John, sit in a bar long enough. Everyone seems to be an ex special ops. Yeah, that's what it. Yeah, everybody's special forces, or special ops, or Navy SEAL here. Yeah, it's amazing. Have you heard of the young guitarist? Yeah, yeah. Every week somebody mentions that to me. In fact, there's a video. These videos that do the reaction to music. The one girl, lady, something voice. I just saw her pop up with her. I have not listened to her yet. I heard she's pretty amazing, so I will listen to her at some point. You have to look into Wiz TV for sports. A lot of people in Thailand swear by it. Wiz TV. Let me write that down. Wiz TV. Can I get college sports on that? That's the question. I don't care about anything else, just college. The guys do solar panels on rental houses, a few thousand pesos to move. But Valencia is really for guys that are long timers and they buy houses or many year rental houses. Yeah, not for me. Thailand is getting some negative press back in the States this week. Coverage of that horrific double murder in Pattaya. They caught the ex-con and discovered three more bodies. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of ironic that the U.S. is really talking about that. Well, that's an afternoon in Chicago, you know. Chatuchak Market, I recommend at night. It's too hot in the daytime. Yeah, but there is an outdoor bar, so you can get cool down there. They have fans and cold brew. But yeah, Chatuchak is a weekend market too, so you can't go during the week. I go to Chatuchak about once a month. Can't deal with the crowds more than that. The only thing, Chatuchak is a little, I mean, it's the biggest weekend market in Thailand, right? It's huge. I mean, you could walk around there all day and not see everything. But it's very touristy. And so it's not my favorite place to go. The food is good, a little overpriced because it's very tourist centric. There are better night markets, in my opinion, that are more local and a lot less expensive. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, if you haven't been there, you should go there. It's an event. It's something to check off your list when you're in Bangkok. Just like Soy Cowboy. I've met several Vietnam vets at the craft. Okay, cool. Yeah, the craft is down on Soy 23, Sukhumvit Soy 23, just down the street from the back entrance to Soy Cowboy, just past one of my favorite Irish pubs, Scruffy Murphy's. It's a good place, indoor and outdoor, very chill environment. It's got a really kind of neat vibe there. Marty goes there every Friday. But you've been here for, what, 8, 9 years, so I guess you've had triple the opportunity to meet people than me. Have you decided to dump the JJ radio channel? I think you said it was too much trouble in the last live stream. I haven't dumped it. I've just taken a break from it for a couple of weeks. Try to maybe revamp it a little bit, but no, I have not dumped it yet. Bucky's, Bucceee. Bucceee. Okay, gotcha. I think a lot of Vietnam veterans in Vietnam. Yeah, you know why? Because when the war ended, they stayed. They had a Vietnam girlfriend, and they ended up marrying her. So they either left for the U.S. or stayed and moved back. Probably not stayed right after the war, but like in the 80s, and then moved back. So, yeah, a lot of them are married to Vietnam women. Worse is happening in Western cities every weekend. Give me Asian cities any day for safety. Absolutely. Yeah. I agree 1,000%. Have you been following? Again, no. But I hear she's really good. I have a pickleball friend that every time I see him, he asks me if I've seen her video. And every time I see him, I said no. And that's the 115th time you've asked me that. True, Kiki. USA way worse than Asia for safety. Well, any Western country is worse for safety than Asia, in my opinion, except for maybe Poland. Poland's doing it right. All right, where are we at? We got 36 on. We're just under an hour in. Okay, I'll do my big announcement. I don't know how many likes do we have. You hit that like button, guys. Do me a favor, hit that like button. Looks like we got 20 likes. Is that right? Is that all? 20? Yeah, if you could hit the like button. Here's my announcement. So August 26th, I'm going to do a meet and greet. I don't do a lot of these. In fact, it's been probably a year since I've done one. But it seems like this month, a lot of my subscribers are going to be here in Bangkok. So August 26th, write it down in your calendar. We'll do a meet and greet at the rooftop of O'Shea's at 5 p.m. We'll get things started at 5 p.m. And so August 26th is a Wednesday. So if you're in Bangkok or in the area, feel free to stop by and share brew and good times and meet some of the other subscribers. And it'll be a good time. It'll be fun. So put that on your calendar, 5 p.m. Wednesday, August 26th, O'Shea's Rooftop. And O'Shea's is on Sukhumvit 33-1. So 33/1 or 33 and a half, or however we want to say it. Really easy to get to, right off the BTS Prompong station. It's less than a 5-minute walk from the station. And we'll do a meetup and say hi to everybody and just have a good old time. So put that in your calendar, if you will. You meet some weird expats abroad. I once chatted with a guy at a rooftop bar in Bangkok. He was telling everyone he was a cardiologist in America, yet he didn't know what a calcium CT scan was. I don't know what a calcium CT scan was, but I did stay in a Holiday Inn Express. I was thinking Chatuchak for shopping in Knobs Market for outdoor booths and band. Pretty nice. Yeah, they got some nice merchandise. You can get some merch there. That's, if you want to get the elephant pants and things like that. I'm going to buy some airline tickets right. There you go. I'll see you here. You got a week and a half to get here. You should be able to hop on a plane pretty quickly. It'll be fun. Maybe I should do a live stream from that. I don't know. My live streams outside of my condo generally don't work out very well. Got to find some paper to write that date down. I'm old. Or you can rewatch this video afterwards. It comes in at about the 51-minute mark, so you can always do that. But then you'll have to write down 51-minute mark to remember when to watch. Yeah, I'm just having a good time here. Hope you guys are having fun too. What else is on your mind? Let me see. Okay, so we can continue my list. My top 9. Number 8 was South Korea. And I haven't been there. I want to go to Seoul, but there's other places in South Korea you can go to. Cost of living's good. Let me see. Let me look at my list here. I brought it up. South Korea, Busan, Jeju Island, and Daegu are the top regions. You can also stay in Seoul, but it's a little more expensive. It's got a great, great blend of hyper modern technology and rich tradition. I guess Jeju Island is really neat for natural beauty, milder climate. But yeah, that would be number 9 on my list. So has anybody been to South Korea? Would love to know that. And what are your thoughts about South Korea? I heard you're buying Singapore beer for the first 10 people who show up at O'Shea's meet and greet. So the last meet and greet I did, I bought the Towers of Singha beer, the Sing beer. I didn't do the Tiger beer. I did the Singha. I think I got 1 tower and then some appetizers. I will not guarantee that will happen again. So I heard free beer for 20 subscribers. We may do a drawing. I'll do a drawing for 1 free beer. I'm going to Seoul next month. Oh, cool. You'll have to let me know how it is because I kind of want to go to Seoul, check it out. But I've also heard that South Koreans are kind of rude toward Westerners, but I don't know. From Busan, took ferry to Fukuoka, Japan. I don't know. I'm pronouncing that wrong. Took the train across to Tokyo from there. Oh, awesome. Cool. Did you take the train to Busan? I hear there's a lot of zombies on that train. If you know, you know. Unfortunately, South Korea is right next to North Korea. Yeah, that's true. And Seoul is right next to North Korea. But I don't think there's any issues there. Going with my girlfriend, she likes the K-pop stuff. Oh, very nice. Yeah, K-pop's big here in Thailand, too. So that was number 8 on my list. Number 8 in places to live long term for expats. Um, Number 7 is Cambodia. And the big top regions is Phnom Penh and Siem Reap. So I think the cost of living is super low there. They welcome expats. You can use your U.S. dollar there. The daily expenses like dining, local services, really affordable. You can really stretch your fixed income dollars there, I guess. And I guess the visas are pretty straightforward. So if you guys have talked about or looked into living in Cambodia, or have you been to Cambodia, let me know in the chat what you think about it. Never been to South Korea. Doesn't really appeal to me for some reason. I would just like to go just to check it off my bucket list. Seoul in particular. Probably nowhere else. But yeah, just so I can say I've been there. But yeah, it's not really something I would really look into long term. I know a lot of YouTubers used to live there and work there. I guess the teaching English as a second language in South Korea is pretty decent job, I guess, compared to other Southeast Asian countries or Asian countries. South Korea isn't too big on outsiders because their country has been invaded so many times over the centuries. It's in their DNA to be skeptical of outsiders. Interesting. That makes sense, though. I wonder how countries like Vietnam or even the Philippines, I mean, they've been invaded a lot of times. But yeah, I don't see. I mean, it could be. You see on the face, on the surface, people are friendly to you. In Vietnam or the Philippines or even here in Thailand. But you wonder deep down inside what they really think of foreigners in their country. You just wonder if they really don't like it, especially when you see all this bad crap going on social media where foreigners behaving badly in these countries. You just wonder, it's like, the foreign fatigue. I've had enough of it if you're a local. Too many bugs in Cambodia. Try going to the Philippines. Didn't care for Seoul, only there 3 days, though. South Koreans are quiet, but so am I, so no friendships formed. Train still derailed from the zombie attacks, yeah. Cambodia has really been developed in the last 6 or 7 years. Yeah, it has, but it's still far behind like Thailand and other countries. I looked in Cambodia. I think it is better if your budget is under $2,000 a month. Maybe best for $1,000 to $1,500 a month expat. Yeah, I think you're right. I think that and the Philippines probably are the cheapest. Maybe Laos. I have not looked into that country, but that I think they're even farther behind than Cambodia as far as being developed. Laos, but I don't know. Vietnam is number 1 in your book. Or are you guessing what my number 1 is? Because John blew it earlier. He's a member, so he saw the video already, and he blew it. He stole my thunder. But if you're just tuning in, no, Vietnam is not number 1. But I love Vietnam, so don't get me wrong. This list isn't my list. If I came up with my own list, it would be completely different. But I haven't been to a lot of these countries, so I can't give you a true ranking of a top 9. I can give you a top 4 or top 5 maybe. Seoul is like New York City, busy and culturally a little more aggressive. Great food though. Yeah, that makes sense. That's what it seems to me to be like. Very, very modern, very Western. You've got you got the K-pop, but that's kind of that's almost like hip hop in the States. But yeah, I think you're probably right. Siem Reap is very affordable, and the resident visa is super easy. If you don't have money for a Thai non-O visa, stay in Siem Reap and visit often. Okay, there's an alternative there. Generally, Koreans are fond of Americans, especially older generation. Oh, okay, older Koreans. Okay, interesting. Um, I wonder, you mean older as in Korean War era? I mean, that's really old. You're talking 80s and 90-year-old people there. Um, but it would be interesting just to read their history there in Korea, especially when it involves U.S. military and the Korean War. Because you go to Vietnam and the history is completely different than what we learned in the U.S. So it's very interesting. The people of Vietnam are great. It's inexpensive. The only downside is the 90-day visa. Yeah, you just keep having to do visa runs all the time. Yeah, I agree. I lived in Da Nang for 3 months. It was awesome. I looked at Laos and I chose Thailand for the medical care. Yeah, a lot of people do that. Philippines just lowered the age of SRVs, now aged 40, but I think it's 6K deposit. 6K, but not sure of the amount. Well, it was 20,000, and then I thought they raised it to 30,000. Um, but if you're a veteran, it was like 1,500. Are you talking about veterans raised up to 6K? I had a CT scan last year as part of my physical. You go in a low radiation CT scan, and they see how much plaque is in your arteries. Even if you're not covered by insurance in the U.S., test is $300 to $400. I know that's what's so great. I mean, when I fractured my scapula and my shoulder, and cracked my ribs, and tore my rotator, that the whole procedure from start to finish, including the X-rays, the consultations with the doctor and the orthopedic surgeon, the nursing care, the bandages, the the um, the medicine I was prescribed, two painkillers, some spray on and rub on pain uh, things, antibiotics, the shot. I had a tetanus shot. All of that was $270 total. I mean, you can't even see your general practitioner for $270 anymore. It's ridiculous in the U.S., even with insurance. If you go to Seoul, must check out DMZ, demilitarized zone between South and North. About an hour away from Seoul, U.S. and South Korea military stationed there. Must see the tunnels at DMZ. Do they allow people there to check that out? Koh Rong is a beautiful island in southern Cambodia. Okay, cool. They have tours of the DMZ from Seoul. Oh, nice. That would be kind of neat. Korea literally dying off. I just thought it would make it cheaper, but saw they are just boarding up and vacating the cities except Seoul, where the population doesn't support normal city life anymore. Interesting. I had not heard that. The largest Thai event in the U.S. is happening on September 19th in Washington, D.C., in the National Mall directly in front of the U.S. Capitol building. Swati D.C. is sponsored by the Thai Embassy. That's pretty awesome. That's really neat. Yeah, if you're there, if you go there, John, take some videos and send them to me, and I'll post them on my YouTube channel if you would. That would be kind of cool. Or at least some photos, and I'll put them in my community page. But, okay, let's move on. Let's see. We still got 35 on. Make sure you hit that like button, guys. Appreciate it. Number 6 on the list is Japan. Osaka, Kyoto, and some of the prefectures outside Tokyo are the top regions. Personally, I love Tokyo. I love the Roppongi Hills area. But Japan, why it ranks high, it offers unmatched public safety. pristine environments, hyper efficient public transit, and world class public health systems. So this kind of checks all the boxes. The only issue for me would be long term stay visas. They really don't have anything like that. Language barrier because not a lot of Japanese speak English, and they almost seem rude when you walk around because they don't make any eye contact. They almost seem very rude, but the reason they do that is because they don't speak English well, so they're afraid if they make eye contact, you'll try to start a conversation with them, and they're embarrassed by that. So don't take offense to that, guys. Trust me. But that would be, and the cost of living is, it's still pretty high there, even though the yen is not very strong against the U.S. dollar. Yes, definitely going to check out the DMZ when I go to Korea. All history of Korean more fascinates me. Korean War. Who made this list? They didn't mention Japan, one of the prettiest women in the world. This was a cumulative list, a kind of an aggregate list of like Asia Lifestyle Magazine. What other places did I did the research through? Kanara Asia, Expat Financial. What else? Infinity Financial Solutions, Simply Retirement, Away Abroad. What else? Mm-hmm. Yeah, those are the main focuses I did. But so it was kind of an aggregate of all these rankings, and then they kind of went by that, kind of an average almost. So don't blame the messenger. Don't kill the messenger. But yeah, Japanese women, I mean, you can't go wrong with Asian women. I mean, please. If you're like, oh, where are the ugly Asian women? Nowhere. They're all beautiful. I mean, obviously there's ugly women all over the world like ugly men, but Asian women just are on another level in my mind. And Thai women, I think, probably number one. Vietnamese, Japanese, Myanmar, Filipinos, those Chinese women, they're all just right up there. It's just amazing. But yeah, Japanese are right there in the top. Almost moved to Roppongi in the 90s. Oh, nice. Last time I was there was 2020, right at the breakout of COVID. I got stuck there for like 3 weeks, but it was awesome. And I haven't been back since. So I'm definitely going back probably this coming spring during the cherry blossom blooming. I was looking at 7 to 10K per month rent. Company sponsored. Nice. Japanese women are beautiful, but I really like the morena skin. Yeah, exactly. That's the only thing I have against some Japanese and Korean women and Vietnamese women. They don't like sunlight, and I like tan. I like the morena skin of the Filipinas, and the Thai girls, and the girls in Myanmar and Cambodia and Lao girls. I mean, because they don't mind the sunlight. They don't mind the brown skin. So I just think that looks amazing. Their skin color is so perfect. Even if not staying in Japan, Japan Airlines is a great service. Their regular economy seats are not tight. Yeah, exactly. I love JAL. I love ANA. There's so many foreign airlines that I love flying on. Not Cebu Pacific and not Philippines Airlines. Not those. AirAsia's okay, usually. ASEAN Air is really good. EVA or EVA, they're good. Emirates, they're really good. I don't fly U.S. airlines until I have no choice in the U.S. They all beat U.S. service. Oh, absolutely. The last time I flew a U.S. airline overseas was the first time I went overseas, and it was United, and it was horrible. I had the worst flight ever. My charging station didn't work. The flights back were constantly being delayed. I got stuck on New Year's Eve overnight in San Francisco airport trying to get back to Chicago, and the flight kept getting delayed. It was horrible. I'll swore up and down. It's like I'll fly foreign airlines from here on out. I don't care if I have to pay extra or not. And I loved every part of it. Japanese women do dress hot. Lots of miniskirts. Yeah, absolutely. You go down to what is the big intersection in Tokyo, Shibuya or something. But you go down there, even Roppongi Hills. If you're just walking around, you see these women, and they're dressed so provocatively, and it's so amazing. Once you go Singapore Airlines, you never go back. I've never been on Singapore Airlines, but I've heard it's really good. I've been to Singapore. I want to go back there. United was good many years ago. Horrible now, yeah. Shinjuku, yeah. Shinjuku is that huge. It's like the largest pedestrian crossing in the world. It's crazy. I have a video of it. I should try to find it, but it'd take me too long to find it. Anyway, let's see. We're about an hour and 12 in. We're still going strong. We've got 34 on. Thanks for coming on board. If you haven't hit that thumbs up, please do so. I appreciate it. Singapore Airlines is the best. I'll have to fly them. So let me see. We just hit number 6, which was Japan. Who do you think number 5 is, guys? We'll give you a minute. I'll run down the 9 through 6. Taiwan was 9, South Korea was 8, Cambodia was 7, Japan was 6. Who do you think who comes in at number 5? Best places to live or retire in Southeast or Asia. I say Southeast Asia, but you can put Asian countries in there too. So give us your guess. Who's number 5? And John, don't cheat. If you're a member and you've seen my video already, and you know, don't give it away. I want to see what some guesses are. Let's see. The upcoming Thai event on September 19th in D.C. is trying to promote Thailand. The Thai embassy funds Thai entertainers and celebrities to come to D.C. Last year, I met Miss Universe Thailand. Oh, nice. I got to see her briefly at the parade they had when she won. It was right outside of, it was right down Sukhumvit, and right outside of the Emporium Mall is where they started the parade. It was pretty cool. She's beautiful. I don't like Lufthansa. They have big signs, first class section, because you wouldn't know you weren't in economy seats. That's why they had to advertise. Malaysia. Bhutan. Great list so far. Yeah, I think so. I don't think you can go wrong. Indonesia. Singapore. Singapore didn't make the list, surprising as it may seem. I would have put Singapore up there. Trump says he is going to declare the Hormuz Strait an American territory. Just like Greenland, huh? Number 5, Vietnam. Okay, all good guesses, all wrong. Number 5 is the Philippines. I know some of you will think, oh, the Philippines should be higher on the list, but it came in number 5. And the top regions, Tagaytay, Cebu, and you could tell this is not my list. Dumaguete was listed as a top region. So easiest places in Asia for Westerns to integrate into, largely because of the English language. It's an official language used widely in government, media, and commerce. Offers low cost of living, friendly locals, warm island climate. Their SRRV is pretty flexible, especially if you're military or ex-military, a veteran. You can get that retirement visa pretty cheap. Philippines, is number 5 on the list. What do you guys think about that? Singapore, great, but very expensive. Yeah, you're right. Philippines, love it. Tagaytay is good. Very happy here. Yeah, I like Tagaytay. I love it's my favorite Starbucks is at Tagaytay because you go outside and you see the view of Lake Taal and the Taal volcano. It's pretty awesome. The only problem is there's not a lot of, I mean, the transportation is a little sketchy, kind of hard to get around. It's kind of like they grew too fast in popularity for their infrastructure, kind of like what Cebu's going through. It'll probably take 5 or 6 years to get caught up. Tagaytay is very beautiful, but we are looking at expats with millions in the bank. Is it that expensive to live there? Hey, Dave, thanks for the super chat. Appreciate it. Have some pancakes and eggs on me. Awesome. I will. I'll do that, definitely. Appreciate you. Philippines need work on their infrastructure. Yeah, exactly. That's the problem. The infrastructure. There's a lot to love about the Philippines. I lived there for 3 years and been traveling there for over 10 years. But there's a lot to look at, and it's like, they should be doing better. They just can't get out of their own way, it seems like, with the government corruption and spending the money they have put away for other things. I'm sure Tagaytay has poor people, but they have some incredible exclusive. Okay. This channel member is keeping his mouth shut about the top 10 Asia list. Okay, John. You could say, "Oh, I'm just going to take a guess," and you're always going to be right. It's like you're counting cards at the casino tables, right? At the blackjack tables. But anyway, so that was number 5, Philippines. Do you guys think that's a pretty good spot in a top 10 or top 9 for the Philippines in Asia? Countries that didn't make the list: Singapore, China, North Korea. What else? Yeah. Sri Lanka didn't make the list. Because we're talking Asia, not necessarily just Southeast Asia. We count all of Asia because I wanted to include Japan. But yeah, those countries didn't make the list. But Philippines did at number 5. Do you think that's too low? You think that's too high for the Philippines? What do you think? Wheels up. Goodbye, Philippines. Good video, JJ. Hey, safe travels. We'll see you when you land here in Bangkok, buddy. See you at BKK in Krong Thep. Other than housing, I find Tagaytay affordable. Rentals, homes are a lot higher. Yeah, it seems like the price of housing, rentals all over the Philippines is overpriced in my opinion, for what you get. Chinese visa for Americans was tricky for me anyway. I can imagine. Yeah. Bureaucracy is the problem with the Philippines. If you don't have a lawyer, nothing gets done. Yep. Agree. We have Indonesia, Vietnam, Laos left, knowing Malaysia is number 1. So, yeah, you have Thailand too. There's Thailand. Don't forget about Thailand. That could be on the list. Laos may or may not be on the list. 5 sounds about right. Yeah, I think so. I think 5's pretty good for the Philippines for a top 10 list. Let's see. I want to get this. I want to end this video or this live stream by 11 o'clock my time. So we got about 40 more minutes. There are some really good videos out there about why the Philippines will never become a more advanced country. Yeah, like I said, they just can't get out of their own way. Rents have dropped by 30% in Metro Manila, huge oversupply. Yeah, there's always been an oversupply. There's always been an oversupply of condo sales, but even when the condo gets sold, it sits empty because they can't rent them. Like you said, 30% rental drop, which is surprising because usually Filipinos are stubborn and bullheaded when it comes to what they want for their rent price. It's like they'll let it sit empty for 6 months because somebody wants to give them 25,000 pesos a month instead of 30,000 pesos a month. So it's like they're losing money, but I don't think they even realize it. I don't think they have the common sense to think those things through. All right, let's head up to number 4 on the list. What do you think number 4 is, guys? Any guesses? So like we said, there's still Malaysia, there's still Vietnam, Laos, Indonesia, Thailand. What else? Trying to think who else would be on that list. What do you think is number 4 on the list? Any guesses? All right. Number 4 is Indonesia. Indonesia comes in at number 4. Top regions are Sanur, Ubud, and Bukit Peninsula. So why does it rank high? Well, Bali offers a spiritual culture, thriving art scene, massive community of international remote workers and retirees, while the daily cost of living can scale depending on how luxurious your lifestyle is. Everyday local expenses remain low. International standard medical facilities like BIMC Hospital have expanded significantly to support foreign residents. They have that long stay option as far as visas for foreigners. So, and they also have the second home visa. So they've got some pretty decent options there as far as visas are concerned. I've never been to Indonesia. I've heard Bali used to be pretty awesome, but I've heard it's kind of overrun by tourists and foreigners now. So it's not as splendid as it used to be, from what I hear. How did Sri Lanka make the list? It did not make the list. It was outside the bubble, outside the top 9. So it probably would have ranked 10 if I did a top 10. Kandy, the southern coastal belt, like those places are pretty good. Tropical climate. You got beautiful landscape. You got beautiful oceans and beaches, rich heritage, low cost of living. English is widely spoken in the tourist areas, so you got that. They've got that My Dream Home visa that's supposedly pretty good if you're 55 or older. But I have not been there, so I might put that on my list down the road. But Sri Lanka just doesn't really didn't appeal to me as far as some place to visit. Laos seems underrated, and I would have gone there if they had better medical. Yeah, okay. Is it still like behind even Cambodia and the Philippines as far as developed countries here in Southeast Asia? Just curious. Bali is run through, but Ubud, right next to it is Bali from years ago. Oh, okay. So maybe Ubud would be the place to go if I go to Indonesia. That might be a pretty good decision. Would it be best to bring sand to the beach if I went there, or pick up sand when I'm there, if you know what I mean? I was in Bali in 2008. It was nice back then. I have heard it is a dump nowadays. Yeah, that's what I hear too. Wasn't the Jason Bourne movie shot there? Which one? The first one where the girl ends up renting like scooters or whatever, and he comes find her at the end. Is that where it was? Was that in Bali? Just got in. Good morning, JJ from Bali. Oh, right. Nice. Well, Bali, Indonesia made the list of my top 9 places to retire and live long term for an expat, and they came in at number 4. So if you missed it, it's number 4. So let's review real quickly what our top 9 was. Number 9 was Taiwan. Number 8, South Korea. 7 was Cambodia. 6, Japan. 5, Philippines. And now we're at number 4, which is Indonesia. So yeah, so your place of habitation is at number 4 on our list. So we got 3 more to go, and about a handful of countries in which to choose. So what do you think will be at number 3 on our list? I mean, these are all great countries. I mean, you can't go wrong. Laos is still underdeveloped. It's getting better, though. Yeah, that's probably why, spoiler alert, probably why it didn't make the list, because of that. It has a little ways to go before it can be considered a long-term option, in my opinion. Wow, good timing. Yeah, yeah, exactly. So Kiki and Jasmine says Vietnam is number 3. That's their guess. Thailand number 2. But you're a member. Let's see. I was visiting Bali and left 2 days before December 26, 2004, when the tsunami hit. Oh, wow. Did you... So was the tsunami due to an earthquake, and how were you there for that earthquake? How did this all come out? Or was it just by happenstance that you left before it hit? Yeah. You're a funny guy. Funny like a clown. Okay, so number 3 was Vietnam. Vietnam came in at number 3 on the list. I love Vietnam. I love Da Nang. Top regions, Da Nang, Ho Chi Minh City. Vietnam offers incredible financial value, consistently ranking near the top for expat personal finance satisfaction. It features miles of coastline, dynamic urban centers, fresh cuisine, and a rapid growing modern infrastructure. So the only shortfall to Vietnam is the long-term visa options. They really don't have a retirement visa. I mean, if you're young and you want to work, you can do that. Otherwise, you have to do the e-visa, the tourist visa for 90 days, and then every 90 days you have to make a border run or leave and then do it again, come back. So if you do that over and over and over and over again, that's fine if you're okay with that. It can get a little tiring at times, I would think. So that would be the biggest downfall. And the language. Let's see, I'm going to guess Thailand is at number 2. You would guess correct, Dr. Zombie. Thailand did come in at number 2 on my list. So Thailand, Chiang Mai for value and mountain culture, Phuket or Hua Hin for coastal luxury and lifestyle, Bangkok for everything like infrastructure, entertainment, food, transportation ease, just everything. Cost of living is still relatively cheap compared to other countries, but probably not quite as cheap as it is in like Hua Hin, but still pretty inexpensive. So Thailand combines a very low cost of living with top-tier international hospitals, a warm, hospitable culture, the land of smiles. Expats can live comfortably on a modest monthly budget while enjoying some robust modern amenities. So, like, for instance, my condo, I paid just under $750 a month U.S. for a 42 square meter condo. It's got an awesome swimming pool. Gym facilities are great. Co-working spaces are amazing. Got a shuttle that runs every hour if I want to go to the BTS if I don't want to walk. Still under 10-minute walk to get to the BTS. So everything is pretty awesome here. So that's why Thailand comes in at number 2. Did you have that on your bingo card? Was just lucky by the grace of God. Tsunami epic center was Sumatra, which is closer to Singapore. Okay. Well, yeah. Well, thank God that you got out of there. Okay. So was in Da Nang, and it must have been during the Nam VC reunion. A lot of old guys wearing military shirts wanting to take pics with me because I was an American, all in good fun. Cool. I like Da Nang. I love the beach there. The beach is amazing. You're right near the mountains. You can go up in the mountains there if you want. They got good food choices. They have. If you go to my page, my YouTube page, and go to the playlists, look up the one in Vietnam, and I did a video of all of my favorite food choices in Vietnam to go to. It's a pretty good list, so you can check that out in Da Nang. Phuket wins for me. Easy access to the islands and to Krabi. Yeah, I heard Phuket's kind of nutty now too. It's kind of like what Bali is in Indonesia. It's kind of been overrun. But Krabi would be a good choice, I think. Koh Samui maybe would be a good choice. I've not been to those places yet, but I want to go. Malaysia will be number one. How high up is your condo, JJ? And are the lifts quick in Bangkok condos? Yeah, we have four elevators, and I never have to wait more than 30 seconds for an elevator. And I'm on the 16th floor, which is the lowest floor I've lived in condos since I moved to Southeast Asia. I was just talking yesterday to a friend in the Philippines, in BGC. I lived on the 22nd floor on the first condo I lived, and the 29th floor on the next one. And then here, when I lived down in Samut Prakan, that condo was on the 22nd floor also, and then I'm on the 16th floor here. So yeah, it's very quick, very quick. I've never had a problem. I recently traveled through Texas, and I was surprised to see a Jollibee in San Antonio. It must be because of the military bases there. We have 3 in the D.C. area. Yeah, I guess they're cropping up all over the place, in Florida too. I chose Thailand as long as they will have me. Just too many good things to say about it. Let's hope they can get rid of the bad visitors and the rest of us stop looking bad. Exactly. That's the problem. You got a couple of bad eggs that go viral in social media, and then all of a sudden the common thought is, oh, all foreigners must be like that. It's like, no, we're not all like that. Just those guys. So, all right, number one, if you didn't know already, is it's Malaysia. Malaysia comes in at number one. Penang, Kuala Lumpur, the top regions to go to. Why does it rank so high? Offers an exceptionally high quality of life paired with widespread English proficiency, making integration seamless. It is a premier medical tourism hub with world-class private hospitals at a fraction of Western costs, and it stands out for allowing foreigners to own freehold property. So like somebody mentioned in the chat earlier, you can buy land in Malaysia, which is pretty crazy. Structured pathways like the Malaysia My Second Home program and state-level variations such as SMM2H in Penang, which is state-level My Second Home, I guess. Long-term residency options. So there you go. There's your list. What do you think? Do you think Malaysia is good to be number one? What would your number one country be in Asia or Southeast Asia? Right now I would have to say Thailand for me would be number one. And I don't know why Singapore did not make that list. Unbelievable. That would be definitely in my top 10, but I didn't make the list. So I suppose because Singapore's cost of living is so much higher than everywhere else, that probably they got a hit against that. I don't know if there's long-term stay visa options in Singapore. I'm not sure. What else? You can't beat the food. The food's amazing there. But yeah, I don't know why it did not make the top 9. Kuala Lumpur has become the IT hub too, a very low corporation tax. Cool. Why does dating suck in Malaysia? Okay, is this a joke? Okay? I don't know, Doctor Zombie. Why does dating suck in Malaysia? I'm waiting for the punchline. You need to get to Kuala Lumpur or Penang. Really a great place to visit and worthy of a top choice, but still not Thailand. Yeah, I'm definitely going to KL probably next year. The question is how's dating in Malaysia compared to Thailand and the Philippines? Exactly. You have to be careful with some of the history museums in Vietnam. A lot of the history information is Cold War era communist propaganda. Well, it's a completely different perspective, obviously. Um, yeah, I mean, you can look at it two ways. It's like, okay, so the Vietnam history museums in Vietnam are propaganda toward their communist country, but you can also look at us and say, hey, well, maybe we're propagandizing the way history is to make us look better. The truth is probably somewhere in the middle, is what I'm trying to say. So, but it's interesting to go to those museums and read about that. Greetings, David. Thank you for coming on board. Singapore is my number 1, but it is extremely expensive if you want to rent or buy property. Do they have any long-term visa options there for foreigners? I never looked into that. No joke. I thought I heard that. Okay. Malaysia is a Muslim country, so I don't know how the dating would be there. I would guess it would be a lot harder than it is in Thailand and the Philippines and even places like Vietnam or Japan where I've been. So I don't know. I would be interested to hear from chat if anybody's been there, if they know what dating would be like in Malaysia. Possibly in some areas it would be better than others, but I don't know. Because it's a Muslim country, but it's a more liberal Muslim country than some. So that might have something to do with it. But I have no idea. I've never been there. All right, we ran through the list. Let's review. Number 9 was Taiwan. South Korea came in at 8. Cambodia at 7. Japan at 6. Number 5 was the Philippines. Indonesia at 4. Vietnam at 3, Thailand number 2, and Malaysia number 1 place to retire or live long term if you're an expat. And making honorable mention would be Singapore, Sri Lanka, and everything else, I guess. Singapore is better than Malaysia on infrastructure, income levels, efficiency, infrastructure, etc. Well, it's better because it's so much smaller. I mean, Malaysia is a huge area, and Singapore is just a little, it's like the size of Rhode Island. So, infrastructure is a lot better. Hey, JJ, sitting in the weeds listening to the stream tonight. Great topic tonight. Weren't the 2 serial killers Asian? So locals shouldn't be judging expats so much as the only problem. Yes, well, the other guy was Australian, I think, that put the girl in the luggage, and then found out that there were several other ones that he did the same thing to. But yeah, the ones were locals. But to be honest with you, I would like Pattaya is probably a place I wouldn't go to unless I had a friend that's never been there or just wanted to go, and then I'd go a couple of days. And I definitely wouldn't be out in those areas in Pattaya at 3 a.m. It's just, you're just asking for trouble. It's like that everywhere. It's like just stay out of harm's way, and you're going to be fine. Pattaya is not a place that I would frequent. I've been there, done that. Malaysia is a different culture and a different main religion, so much more conservative to date and talk to women. and they don't have they don't have as many Farangs living there as say Thailand or the Philippines. Yeah, it's a mixed culture, right? I mean, I think the majority is Muslim, but you got Chinese, you got Malay, you've got I don't even know what other cultures are there, but it's a very mixed culture. They don't really have a retirement visa, but they do have a regular visitor visa, which is basically like a retirement visa. Okay, interesting. Sincere, and Malaysia were also the same country at one point before splitting. Sincere, you mean Singapore? Rents in Singapore are pricey at least 3,000 per month. Yeah, even the stays. So I'm trying to think when I was there last, 2023 maybe or 2022. I found a fairly cheap uh, hotel in Chinatown there in Singapore, and I can't remember what I paid. Maybe $50 a night, which is pretty cheap for Singapore. Might have been a little more than that, but I really can't remember. But it was a hybrid hostel. So it was like a hostel, but I had my own bathroom and towels and everything. So I didn't have to share a bathroom, but it was like a community kitchen. So the people that stayed there could go down and make their own food in the kitchen and do whatever they wanted. So it was kind of like a hostel, but not really because I had my own bathroom. And it was right there in Chinatown. It was pretty awesome. I liked it. I really enjoyed my stay there in Singapore. Yeah, Singapore and Malaysia were the same country. Okay, cool. Don't know about boots on the ground, but probably would lean towards Da Nang, Bali, or Bangkok. Originally thought of Philippines, but such a lack of infrastructure is a major turnoff. Bangkok has the best. Yeah, Bangkok. Da Nang's. I mean, their grabs are really cheap, so you can get around there. If you ride a bike, you get an international driver's license and rent a bike there. Bali, I don't know anything about Bali, but Bangkok's got everything except for the beach. Bangkok's got everything you need that Da Nang and Bali doesn't have except the beach. But I just love Bangkok. I'm not a big beach guy. I like to go to the beach and visit, but it's not something I want to go to every day. I spent a week in KL. Honestly, I didn't care for it. It's efficient, but I did not vibe with the people, and the religion seemed to a component. The person I connected with most was a waitress from the Philippines. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I've seen videos in Kuala Lumpur, and it seems very generic, very vanilla, almost like a concrete jungle. It didn't look like there was a lot of green there, so that might be a turnoff. But what I did see, it looked pretty amazing. So I would go there for a few days at least. Very mixed, multicultural country with the Chinese, Indians, etc. But still, almost every woman wears a hijab. But they are accepting to every religion, I think. That's what I'd heard too. I like Hanoi, but the humidity is a killer. It gets cold up there too in the winter, right? Permanent residency of Philippines SRV, 15,000 deposit with only $800 pension is the real winner for me. I love Bangkok, except the air quality twice a year during the burn seasons. Yeah, I've lived here almost 2 years now, so I've been through the burn seasons. But January and February are the worst, and it kind of comes and goes. It's not constant. So you just have to check your AQI and your PM 2.5 or whatever it is. And then if you see it's going to be bad for a week or so, just head down to Hua Hin for a few days and wait it out on the beach. Hang out at the Standard right there on the beach at the bar. I thought they raised the deposit to 20,000 though, or actually I thought it was 20,000 and they raised it to 30,000, but I'm not sure on that. I don't think it's ever been 15,000. It's 1,500 if you're a veteran. I don't think that's changed, but I'm not sure about the 15,000. But yeah, I mean, that's and the tourist visa in the Philippines is 36 months straight stay. You don't have to leave. JJ, you nailed it about the KL sterile environment, but it is an amazing place. I just didn't feel the connection. Yeah, I would go there mainly for the food and just check out the towers and check out the land, the landmarks there in the city. But basically the food. I love food so much. You probably tell. But yeah, I think that's why I would go. The main reason I would want to check. Singapore's the same way. I just love going to the hawker stalls and just enjoying those local foods. That's why I love Bangkok so much with all the street vendors and the night markets. Chiang Mai looks like a beautiful place to live other than the burn season. Yeah, it's so hard to get around there. If you live there, you would definitely have to get a car or a bike or something. I would get a car because it's kind of spread out and there's no easy walk around. I mean, there's kind of neighborhoods that you can kind of vibe in, but you would really need some sort of a vehicle. Like here in Bangkok, I don't need a vehicle. Collecting apostles for Philippine visa is hard in the U.S. I was born in Nebraska, worked in North Carolina, retired in Florida. By the time I get them all, one is too close to expiration. So I'm not sure what you mean by that. What do you have to do? By the way, I was born in Nebraska. Where in Nebraska were you born, William? 30,000 now, I think, unless you are ex-military. I use my condo purchase for my SRV visa. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's the only you got to put that 30,000 in and you can't really touch it unless you use it for purchasing property or investments from what I understand. Nope, the deposit was 10K raised to 15K for 50 years or older. That's not what I had heard. That's interesting. That's not bad then if it's 10K US dollars. Hang on a second, guys. Okay. All right. 50 and old. I looked it up because I got two varying answers from my chat. So that's why I looked it up. SRV classic option, age and pension tiers. Age 50 and older with a monthly pension of $800 plus for singles or $1,000 plus for couples. It says 10,000 to 15,000. Okay. For age 50 and older without a pension, that's what it is. That's what I forgot. If you have a pension, if you have an income, it's lower. But if you don't have an income, it's 20 to 30,000. And now you can do it if you're under 50. If you're under 50, with a monthly pension, it's 25,000. If you're from 35 to 49 years old, without an income, it's 50,000. So yeah, so you are right. Billy, and I apologize, but yeah, I had forgotten all about the income option. So yeah, you are absolutely right. 30,000 deposit for a non-pensioner, and the pension requirement is only 800. Yep. Born in Offutt Air Force Base, Kearney, Nebraska, outside Omaha. Wait a minute. Offutt is in Omaha. Kearney is way west. So which one? Which one were you born? I'm referring to the SRV without a pension. Yeah, exactly. Um, I don't know why anybody would retire without a pension. That would be rough. But I guess you don't have to claim it. I guess you could just pay the extra amount and say I don't have a pension and have one. You just don't if you don't want to tell their government that you have money coming in. But yeah, I get it. Um, Sorry, different Kearney. How many Kearney, Nebraskas are there? So I know Offutt Air Force Base. I know that's in Omaha, or right near Omaha, Bellevue, I guess. But Kearney is western Nebraska. It's like past Grand Island. I didn't know there was a different Kearney, Nebraska. Or are you talking about a different Kearney? There's a Kearney in California, I think, or somewhere. Everybody that's not from Nebraska, they always say is Kearney. I always when I'm watching football or something and somebody's from Kearney, Kearney, Nebraska, Kearney, and I have to laugh. Anyway, we're at hour and 52 minutes in. We'll go another 10 minutes or so, and then we'll call it a good one. I got friends coming in from the Philippines I got to get ready for. Go meet them once they get all settled into their hotel. They're moving here from the Philippines. It's American and his Filipino wife. Carney is very Irish surname. Yeah, like Art Carney, but it's spelled Kearney, which is named after a general, I believe, in the Civil War or shortly after the Civil War. They named it Fort Kearney was the fort, and the town was named after Fort Kearney. Like and subscribe. Yes, please hit that thumbs up button. I'd appreciate that. There's a looser Kearney in Canada. Looser or loser? There's a loser Kearney in Canada. Yeah, different spelling. But yeah, I went to school, and one of the universities I got my degree in is from Kearney, Kearney State College. I got a Kearney State College bachelor's and a University of Nebraska bachelor's degree. Prime Minister. Oh, yeah. Yeah, now I know what you mean now. Yeah, loser for sure. What else is going on, chat? I'm all out of topics, so it's the last 8 minutes are up to you guys, or last 6 minutes up to you guys. What do you want to chat about? I appreciate you all being on. We still got 40 on. It's pretty awesome. It's been a good chat. I've had a lot of fun. Talked a lot, so my voice is kind of cracking a little bit. But other than that, so I don't have my notebook with me. I was going to tell you the topics I got coming up for videos, but I don't have my notebook handy, so that'll have to be a surprise. Prime Minister Mark Carney is a loser. Yeah, I got it now. I'm a little slow, but I got it finally. Stock market? No, we're not talking about the stock market. I sold all my stocks. I got out of it. I got tired of it, so I'm no longer in the market. Meet up on the 26th. Yeah, quick reminder. Meet up on August 26th, which is a week from Wednesday, at O'Shea's Irish Pub on Sukhumvit 33-1 on the rooftop at 5 p.m. on Wednesday the 26th. So if you're in Bangkok in that time, head on over to O'Shea's on the rooftop and come imbibe with us and have a good time. How's the music channel going? It's going all right. I took a couple of weeks off. I was a little distraught and trying to figure out how to reinvent it a little bit. But yeah, it's been going okay. It's been good. Peace out, JJ. Happy I was able to catch you live. Hey, thanks, Billy. Appreciate you. Make sure you hit that like button before you sign off. Palantir released amazing second quarter results last week, I'm sure. Yeah. Yeah, Palantir. But Yeah, so the meet and greet next week from Wednesday on the 26th of August. I'll be leaving for the Philippines on the 29th for a week to visit some friends. But I will be there on the 26th. So if you're in Bangkok area, make sure you stop by. 5 p.m. O'Shea's Irish Pub on the rooftop. We'll see you there, and we'll just have a good old time. Thailand was a good number 2. Lots of options, yeah. If it was my list only, it would have been number 1, but that's just me. I just always love the country I'm actually in. Palantir isn't everyone's cup of tea. That's true. Yeah, a lot of fishy organizations and companies out there that I don't think they have the majority of the population in mind as far as taking care of us. I think there's a lot of shady stuff going on, but that's for another day maybe, or maybe another YouTube channel. Maybe we'll start another channel that's all conspiracy theory stuff. That'd be kind of fun. Just only do live streams. Just talk about, be like a George Orry type thing, or an Art Bell type stuff. That would be kind of fun. We can do. I can post the link so somebody can call in and talk about what they know about Area 51 or whatever. That would be a lot of fun, actually. I don't know if I'm that well versed in all this stuff to be able to pull that off or not. I would really rely heavily on the chat and the people who call in. I would just be a mechanism to get that out. Great idea. Yeah, like it hasn't been done before, though. I'm sure it would be tough. It would be tough to get monetized now that YouTube has pretty much doubled what you need to get monetized now. Coast to coast with JJ, or it'd be around the world with JJ. That would be funny. That would be a blast. I would listen to a live stream that did that. I don't know if I could pull it off, but I would definitely listen to if somebody did that. If somebody is in the know and has knowledge of that stuff and wants to collab, let me know. I'd do a collaboration. Big O says, thanks, JJ. Enjoy your friends. Thanks. Appreciate it. I'm going to meet a lot of subscribers this week, and then next week with the meet and greet. Hopefully a lot of people. I'm always hesitant doing meet and greets because I'm always worried that nobody's going to show up. And I'll be sitting there all alone. Nobody likes me, feeling sorry for myself. There's always that. But yeah, it'll be a good time. I think I'll just make sure I'll force my friends to show up. That way, at least I'm not alone. And, hopefully I'll meet some new subscribers that are in the area. That would be fun. Or if not subscribers, viewers. So, all right, guys, we're going to call it a day. I'm thankful that you guys came up. Before you leave, make sure you hit that like button. The thumbs up. I appreciate that. And as always, live life, my friend. Sabay, sabay. We'll talk to you next week. Take care.